go ahead and open it up. All right, and this is a lens that I've been waiting for a really long time to get. It's somewhat hard to find at a really good price point. Jeez. We finally have the lens here, and it is the Nikkor 35mm f2. What does this lens at all have anything to do with the point of this video? Let's just go ahead and get into it. So what is up with you guys here today? It's your boy Wale, and collectively, let's take that deep breath together. Just get that energy, get that spirit right. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the one biggest problem that I face with APC and crop sensor cameras. Early January, I got the Fujifilm XT2. I'm gonna do a review on that camera, but to make a short story shorter, I love it. It's awesome. It does what I need to do. The only downside of all of these crop sensor APC cameras can be proven with this little lens right here, the 35mm f2 Nikkor. So if you did a poll with every photographer and said, what is one lens that you would love to keep on your camera for the rest of its entirety, and you could only choose one, there's only one. I think, once again, selfish way of thinking here, I think the unanimous decision would be a 35mm, which is what we got right here. Now, the downside with all APC or crop sensor cameras like the Fujifilms or Sony 6000s or anything along those lines, or the Nikon D3200s, is that with a crop sensor camera, a true 35 is technically a 24mm lens. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to only shoot primes if I can. I try not to get zoom lenses just because, rule number one, prime lenses tend to be much sharper than zoom lenses. Reason number two is that prime lenses tend to go at a lower f-stop than zoom lenses, so you can shoot these at lower light situations. Rule number three, I'm really cheap, so getting a really good prime is much easier when you're trying to save money. With a lot of the crop sensor cameras like the Fujifilm XT2, XT3, XT4, Sony NEXs, and all that fun jazz, getting a great 24mm lens, which would equate to a 35mm lens, is darn near impossible. I've searched all over the web, and if anyone knows a great 24mm lens, please let me know, because that would help me a ton. I have the 24mm Nikon 2.8, which you guys can see here. It's on the Fujifilm. It is an okay lens. That's all it is. It's okay. It is not something that is going to blow your mind away. It isn't something that's going to be it's not something that I would personally recommend someone to say as their best lens. It's just not mine. Vintage lenses usually come in these two factors: 50mm, 135, and if you're extremely lucky, a 35. Because no one really would dive deep into making really wide prime lenses back in the day, as I've seen, it's just a really hard thing to find, and it's going to be even harder to find them in really great condition, build quality, and can produce great results. So what happens is you're going to be really hard pressed to find a great 35 for APC, just due to the fact that no one really makes a great 24 that has, or scratch that, there isn't an amazing 24mm vintage lens that is at a reasonable price point for the average consumer like me. Now, I am looking on the internet for a great 24mm lens. Many people say that the Olympus 24mm is dope. The Canon FD 24mm is amazing. Yeah, APC sensors unfortunately don't allow you to find really great lenses for the focal lengths that you would be interested in. So that is my biggest problem with APC sensors, is just for the fact that you can't find a good 35mm equivalent focal length for them at all. A lot of people say that the 23mm f2 for the Fujifilm is amazing, but once again, see, here's the problem. I'm just a cheap person. That's pretty much my only dilemma with APC sensor cameras. But yeah, finding a great 24mm lens is a really tough thing to do. And on top of that, finding one that is at a reasonable price point, just forget about it. So that's pretty much one of my biggest dilemmas with the crop sensor of the Fujifilm and just the crop sensor in general. But yeah, can't wait to try out this Nikon 35mm f2. Heard great things about it, and I'm probably gonna try it literally right after this video. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching the vlogs that we have made. I can't wait to make more vlogs for you guys. You guys are awesome, man. For those of you that watch these videos and reach out, man, it means so much. Yeah, thank you guys, and stay tuned. We got another vlog coming soon. But with that being said, it's your boy Wale, and I'm out. Peace.